All right, we're gonna start with some pull-ups first. Start with some pull-ups. Go ahead and get this workout started. Should have warmed up first, but we're just gonna go with it. Haven't eaten breakfast yet, so we're a little bit lagging. That should help. All right, here we go. All right, 7. Set 1 is Dunzos. Oh my goodness. About to start set 2. Set 2. Here we go. Six, 7. All right, 3 more sets. Kind of just warming up the body. What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Give myself a quick little 40 more seconds. So I was just curious how many people are, so on yesterday's poll we had, basically if you were given a home, either a mountain home or a beach home, you guys on this channel actually chose beach home. I think it was like 17% mountain home, and then the remainder was all beach. I did the same poll on my other channel, which is a hunting and fishing channel, and I think it was like 80% of people chose mountain home on that channel, and then only 20% chose beach on the other channel. So very different audiences between the 2 channels. All right, set 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I'm going to do this poll, and we'll see how people vote on this channel, and then I'll do the poll on the other channel when we go live later today, just to kind of see what people, obviously I have dogs, so I like dogs, but just to see the difference between the 2 channels. It's very interesting. What is it, girl? You gonna give us up another 30 seconds? Another 30 seconds and we'll get started. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. Between the 2 channels, we had mountain home, beach home. And me personally, I prefer a mountain home. I don't like the stickiness of the beach. I like the beach, it's beautiful, and to fish, but I just don't like the stickiness that comes with it. Here we go, set 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, One more set. What's up, girly girls? One more set. So what are you guys at? 2 votes, 50-50. So all right, cool. Let's see what it is at the end of the workout. We'll see what everyone says on this channel, and then I'm gonna do the same poll on the other channel later this evening. I think we're gonna do a little bit of fishing later on the other channel, and I'll probably do the same poll just to see what people say, see the difference in the audience groups. So this channel, we started it off as an investing channel, but the algorithm did not really like that. Versus my other channel, which was hunting and fishing, the algorithm loves that, so that channel's bigger. But and then we just had a video that took off last week. I think it gained like 60,000 views. It was just a regular video, so that one did well. But this channel started off as an investing channel, but algorithm did not really like it. Video was not doing so well, so I just turned it into a full just live streaming my workouts. These are things I've been doing for years, but yeah, just simplified it basically. So set 5. Here we go. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're going to do some rows. I'll flip you guys around to the machine on this side, and 3 votes, 67% cats. Okay. So I'm not a cat person. Hey, I don't know how to say your name, but what's going on? Good morning to Tilayo. I do not know how to pronounce that. But good morning, sir or madam. Not sure. What is it, girl? I don't know if you are a boy or girl, but good morning. All right, we're gonna do some rows now. What's up, really, girl? What's up, baby? Let me get this bar out of the way first. All right, here we go. Set 6. We'll do some lower back stuff too. What's up, baby? Here we go. Set 6, 4 more sets. Hey, good morning. It's a wealthy life. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. What do you have going on this Tuesday morning? What's up, my big girl? What's up, big girl? All right, set 7. Three more sets. What's up? Made a tiny adjustment to a model to perfectly fit a suction cup and a cap to a product. Oh, nice. To a model to perfectly fit a suction cup and cap to a product. Nice. Cat 67, dog 33. So it is a just a cup product. Is that what it is, or is it like a Like a drinking cup? Is that what you're talking? Like a drinking cup product? All right, set 8. Set 8. Here we go. You're getting tired, girl, aren't you? I know you are. She's already breathing heavy, but she doesn't know when to stop. It's getting really, really windy. We might be getting some rain today, which will be the first time we got some rain in a while. It's been a while since we got some really good rain, but it's getting cold and windy. It is a shelf with 2 screw-on suction cups for bathroom. Oh, okay, gotcha. To hold small cosmetics. I see. So you're doing this. So you're doing this for your company then? I see. Or are you working on like a bathroom remodel for your house? I'm assuming it's for your company. You're building out some new products or something. What do we got? Set 9. Here we go. You said, well, I thought it for you one time. My big girl. Here, bring the book. One more set. Yes, for my company. My wife requested the product for her bath. Oh, nice. Nice. Is that what the company does? Is a lot of products like that, or do y'all expand out to other products? So is it just like home goods type products, or do y'all do other products like say outdoor products, or I don't know, anything else? Or is it all pretty much home goods type stuff? All right, set 10. Yesterday, what did we do yesterday? We went live, had dinner with my dad and my sister, came back, checked on the Airbnbs. The people left yesterday at 11. So spent the morning with my family, and then after that, went and checked on the properties. Everything was good. So yeah, then shot some live streams after that on the other channel. Here we go, set 10. We'll do some lat pulls after this. Probably take this thing down. Might get in the way. Let me change the weight on the other side real quick. Where did there it is. All right, now we're good to go. Now we are good to go. I am doing consumer household goods as well as B2B automotive manufactured parts. Okay, nice. 4 votes, 50-50. Okay, cool. So you're covering a lot of stuff actually. Um, as far as like automotive stuff, are you doing like cosmetic upgrades on the automotive stuff, or are you doing like mechanical stuff, mechanical parts for the like the engine, loud truck, for like the engine components and stuff like that? Are you doing like engine type of components, or like cosmetic stuff for the vehicles? Set 11. I don't know if the camera's facing correctly. Let me move the camera over just ever so slightly. There we go. Oh, that's too light. Let me add another 10 on there. Add one more 10 on there. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. You got 4 more sets. 4 more sets of that. I'm doing parts for the assembly lines, internal parts for now. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Internal parts, nice. Are you doing that for all types of vehicles, or like specific brands, like just Rams, Fords, or are you doing kind of everything? Any kind of brand of vehicle? Here we go, set 12. I think I started to watch a little early. Set 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Set 12, 3 more sets. 3 more sets, then we'll do some lower back too. Probably some good mornings. I haven't done some good mornings in a long time. Any brand. Okay, assembly lines use common components for ergonomic automation. Okay, gotcha. This might be a dumb question, but for electric vehicles too, or no? Or are they in like their own category? Set 13. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably gonna do some good mornings after this. Probably do 10 or 25s just for the lower back. Oh man. We'll do one more set real quick. Set 14. We'll see if oil prices go up, by the way. Well, I think they already did. I think on Friday, a barrel of oil was $67, $68. I think as of yesterday, it was like 71, 72. So it did go up a little bit of for a price per barrel. There was a couple properties I was looking at that had oil wells that were producing. So I'm sure those wells are going to be producing a lot more in royalties because of these what's going on. But yeah, EVs would fall under the same category depending on the assembly section, of course. Oh, okay, I see. So you can use some of the parts for the EVs. I see. Set 15. Let me get 15 out of the way real quick. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is my old girl, right? She's old, but she still has a lot of energy. She doesn't act too old, even though she is. She stays pretty active. EVs would fall under this category depending on the assembly section. Of course, I see. Yeah, because EVs are totally different. I mean, obviously they're EVs. I wasn't sure how that would work, considering they're totally different. Probably gonna go with this. I don't know if I can pick this up higher. Start off with 10, just because I haven't done these in a while. Don't want to mess up my back. And we'll do some seated rows too after this. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Alright, I can do more weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. We'll add a little bit more weight. So does the company only do, I say only like as it's not a lot, but it is a lot, automotive stuff and then like home good stuff? Or do they expand out into other sectors, other areas of, like, I guess, the economy, basically? Let's add a 5 on there. Because that's already a lot of stuff, automotive and housing, stuff like that. That's 2 very different sectors. Set 17. But who knows, maybe they do. Set 17, here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 votes, 60% dog, 40% cats. Nice, nice, nice. What's up, girl? What's up, girly girl? What's up, girly girl? What's up, girly girl? All right, do set 18 ready. Get her done. Let's see what the price of barrel ends up being today. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, if Iran does block the Strait of Hormuz or Strait of Hormuz, however you pronounce it, the barrel should be going up quite high, which I do have a couple of stocks of some oil companies, so that'd be good for that, but not good for gas prices for moving around and going around, unfortunately. Gas prices probably will go up if that does happen. We'll see how it plays out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Two more sets. Set 18 right there. I am game for any available market. Me too. Me too. That's what I'm, like I said, we'll see how this plays out. Like I said, I was keeping up with the price of the barrel. On Friday, I believe it was Friday. What is today? Today's Tuesday. So yeah, I think on Friday it closed around 67, 68. Now the barrel's been going up. And then I have some Shell, Chevron, mainly because of the dividends, honestly. But yeah, they've been ticking up as well. But the price of the barrel is going up. And I have a lot of friends. Actually, yeah, a lot of my friends, not super close friends, but friends that I know, they have a lot of oil wells on their properties, and a lot of them are doing pretty well. They just say that, they're doing pretty well. So they are probably hoping that something happens with that. But yeah, they found oil on a lot of their properties, so they're doing pretty well. They've been doing pretty well for about 20 years now, 15 years. It's been a while. Pretty much their family ran into that oil, and then they've been doing pretty well ever since. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll see what happens though. I'm 70% cash right now, selling puts and covered calls, so this market does not concern me as much. Me either. Collect 4% while I collect premium. Same. I'm pretty heavy in staking. I stake a lot of my money into crypto, so and of course like the stable stuff, I do a lot of the stable cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoins, Ethereums, and I just stake it. And then outside that, I'm mainly into, like you said, the dividends, energy, and real estate. That's mainly where I have a lot of the cash. And then outside of that is hard assets like real estate. And then I'm also diversified into like some art pieces and things like that. So, and then of course cash. I have more cash now than I've probably ever had. I don't like keeping cash, but considering where we are right now, it's not a bad idea to have cash. It's just too shaky right now, so that's why I have more cash today than I've had in the past. I don't like holding on to cash, but like I said, we don't really know what's gonna happen. It's probably more uncertain now than it's been for a while, for me at least, because I'm still young, so can't really relate to like the 70s or the 80s or even the early 90s. I can't really relate to that, so I don't have much to compare it to. But from what I've seen, it's still kind of whoa, bro, watch out! You're gonna knock over my camera. Freaking lost my train of thought. All right, let me do my other set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You almost had to buy me a new camera, girl. You know that? Yeah, you. Bring your ball. I'll take you outside. You are. She's the young one, so she still has a lot of energy. She's freaking wild and crazy. And she likes to pick fights with the other one. The other one just looks at her and then she wants to start fighting. But then there'll be days when they're just all lovey-dovey with each other, all snuggled up together. So, yeah, they're sisters. Set 20 is Dunzos. Same here. After Trump got elected, I decided to slowly migrate to cash. I would rather be 100% invested, but waiting. 4% yield is fine for now. Same. Like I said, I hate holding on to cash, but it's just too uncertain right now. There's a lot of, look what's happening right now. Look what's going on right now. And I've been hearing a lot of people saying about the Venezuela thing, where we kind of took over, the Venezuelan oil before we went into Iran. So it's probably strategic. They probably thought that through in case Iran does close off the canal on their side over there. We still have the Venezuelan heavy crude. So I used to work in a refinery, so I have a fair bit of knowledge when it comes to like heavy crudes and WTI and light crudes and all that stuff. But a lot of the heavy crude processing happens actually in the Gulf in Houston. So I don't know. It just looks like it was a design plan from my point of view. I think it was kind of thought through before anything actually happened. So we're actually going to do some. What was it going to do? Some rows. We'll do some rows. Lower back sort of. Yeah, we're going to do some seated rows now. So yeah, my day job before doing all this was a chemist. So I was actually a chemist before I do what I do now. So math and science are things I really, really do enjoy. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it, pretty girl. Let me throw the ball for you one more time, because I don't want you knocking over the camera. I had a concentrated position in Tesla too that I trimmed. Nice. Yeah, I kind of sold off Tesla about, it's been a while. It's been maybe a month. Not a month, a year maybe. I'm not sure. It's been a minute that I've had Tesla. I was a chemist too. Really? No freaking crap. Worked for Dow Chemical and Pfizer 20 years ago. Changed careers early in my 20s over the software engineering, more lucrative. No freaking way. Dude, that is freaking awesome. I haven't ran into a single other than work, but I haven't ran into a single chemist outside of that. That's crazy. So I was a chemist for 3 years. Before that, I worked in cancer research for about a year, working with Pfizer, Bayer, all those big companies, with big contracts to come up with cancer cures, but left that, and then after that, I went into blood transfusion services, basically just looking at the blood, making sure that there's no diseases, which Zika at that time was something that we had to check for with blood donors, and before they go into the people that were going to receive the blood. So I've kind of done a lot, mainly in the, like I said, the chemistry and then the medical industry. That was where I did most of my work. And then before that, when I put myself through college, I didn't take out any debt. I actually worked construction, hard labor for 4 years, just grinding it out, paying my way through college. Luckily, it paid pretty well. Construction pays very, very well, especially as a college student. So, yeah, I've kind of done a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, more recently was my chemistry background. That's what I did for a while. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, I think we got, what, 3 more sets? 3 more sets and we're good. Yeah, I did analytical chemistry doing QC, QA laboratories for big pharma. Dow did some contract manufacturing for other pharma companies. That is so cool. Into medical, yeah. Yeah, construction works to pay the bills for college. Heck yeah. It really does. It worked great because, I mean, I was working in Austin and then going to school in San Antonio and then just driving back and forth. So the way my schedule worked, they were super lenient with me on my schedule, knowing I was a college student. But yeah, I didn't have any debt when I graduated, so it was a good little job, and I'm very thankful for that, because if not, I don't know, man, I'd probably be in some serious college debt. I have a pharmacist friend who graduated from pharmacy school with, I think, like $108,000 in debt. I have a couple doctor friends who are in over $100K in debt too. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are in some serious debt. So yeah, and then a lot of them, they get into like the residency and they're only making about 60. So it's tough, man. It's tough. I consider myself lucky. I would say lucky. Set 23. Yeah, the medical field was interesting. It didn't pay as well as the oil industry, though, believe it or not. The oil industry paid me a lot more as a chemist than working in the medical industry, though. Here we go, set 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more set. set. I had zero debt. My parents paid for undergrad, then Pfizer paid for my master's. I'm lucky too. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So my parents gave me, I think, $1,000 towards my undergrad stuff. And that's literally all they had. Like, we grew up really, really poor. I wouldn't say we grew up starving poor, but we grew up pretty poor. So yeah, they only gave me $1,000. So then I was like, well, and at that time I was kind of scared to take on any kind of debt. So the fear is what got me into working construction and trying to figure out a way how to pay for this stuff, because I really didn't understand loans at that time. I didn't really have anybody to explain finances or investing or loans or anything like that either. So yeah, it's kind of like a fend for yourself, figure it out type of thing for me. So that's what led me to doing construction. But learned a lot, and that's what actually opened my eyes to investing, believe it or not. I was working in construction. I still remember this. It's a quick little story, but I was working construction. I was working in a super nice neighborhood in Austin, Texas. They were huge mansion homes, which again, at this time I never really left my area, so I'd never seen this stuff. But they were beautiful homes, beautiful community. And I noticed that all these people were outside in their lawns doing stuff on a weekday. And I was like, but everybody works on a weekday, so I didn't quite understand what was going on. Like, why are these people out not working or at their jobs on a weekday? And we were there in that area for a while. I think we were there for like 2 months or a month straight. And every time I was out there working during the week, I would see these people out there, and I just like curious, what do these people do for a living that they're able to afford these properties, these houses, and they're here watching me work, basically, right? So I finally got the courage to ask this one guy. He had a big old RV parked in his driveway, and I asked him, I was like, well, actually, I take it back. He came up to me and offered me some water and I think a soda. That's how I got the courage to ask him. He gave me something to drink. And at this time, I think I was like 19. And I asked him, I was like, so what do you do for a living? How can you afford like this big house? Which at that time, the house is probably worth, I'm probably off honestly, but it's probably worth maybe $2 million or so. At that time, which was years ago. It's probably worth 7 or 8 or 10 now. But I asked him, what do you do for a living? He's like, actually, on the other, I guess, neighborhood over, I own 8 of the houses on the other side, and they pay me rent. I was like, oh, I was so naive and so, I guess, dumb that I didn't really understand what was going on. I was like, so what do you mean? So like, they pay you to live there? He said, yeah, they pay me to live there, and he kind of broke it down for me in layman's terms, really. And that kind of opened my eyes, like, oh shoot, you don't have to just have a job to make your money. There's other ways to do stuff. So that's kind of got the ball rolling for me. And then as I got older, I started learning more about investing and other ways to make money. So yeah, that construction job opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. I saw a lot of really, really beautiful neighborhoods, and I got to see what was out there. We worked in some really nice places in Houston, Texas too. Yeah, it was very eye-opening for sure. All right, here we go. Set 25. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's that, girl? What's that one? 11. That is set 25. Oh, excuse me. Set 25 is over and done. We grew up lower middle class, but my parents were always good with money. I've been putting in 6% since I was 22 to 401k buying, retiring in 10 years. Nice. Yeah. That same, my parents were not good with money, unfortunately. I think they honestly, cash flow is the key. Compound. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I think our problem was, looking back now, I think my parents made enough money. I just don't think they knew how to properly use it. I think that's what it is. And I think they kind of fell into the consumer trap that everyone kind of talks about, I think. Now, they never had super high incomes, but I think they had enough to, had they been a little bit more strategic, could have probably put themselves in a better position. But again, no one ever taught them. One of my parents didn't even finish high school either, so, but they're pretty smart considering, they got by. But yeah, they helped out when they could. But yeah, that was my story with that. That was my first introduction to other ways to make money, was with that guy, that man. I don't even know his name. I'm sure he told me his name, I just don't remember. But I'm pretty sure he had more than just those 8 rental houses, going by the house he had. And now that I'm older and understand, he was just probably telling me that. Probably the only thing I'd probably understand at that time anyway. But yeah, no, now my eyes have been opened up a lot more, and there's just a lot of ways to make money today. So many freaking ways. There's endless possibilities, honestly. But yeah, I will talk to you later, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream and do some stretching, and then go start my day. I'm going to go live on the other channel here soon. Go get some breakfast, and then I'm actually getting married soon too, so I got to go get some stuff ready for that. So yeah, but yeah, I will talk to you guys later. And until next time, be careful, be good, take care, God bless. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. My mom was a great saver, just scared of money, scared of losing it. So she never invested. They would be multimillionaires. Yeah, I see that's a lot of problem with a lot of older people too. Probably because they grew up in a different time too. Thanks for chatting. Nice workout, and congrats on marriage. Yes, sir. Thank you. And appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by as well. And hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, man. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.